wanted to use really short.
Hi, this is Bengi with CP Insider, and I'm here with the Grammy-nominated worship leader and four-time Dove Award winner, Kari Jobe. Kari, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
It's such an honor to have you here.
I love being here, thank you.
Kari's recent album, Majestic, came out last month, March 25th, and it debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts. It's had rave reviews. Kari, why did you decide to record a live album?
I just love my calling. My favorite thing to do is leading worship. And so with the other albums, they were studio, and I love those, but this was just back to my roots, back to just what I'm called to. I wanted to capture the kind of what I do at nights of worship and stuff like that.
Most definitely. Now, your lead single, Forever, that has close to 2 million views on YouTube, and it really talks about, you know, the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus. Why do you think so many people connect to the song?
I think we just, as believers, it's our story. And so we're just so encouraged, too, by the fact that Jesus has won the victory over Satan. And there's so many things we deal with in our walk, just, you know, trials and hardships and things that come along our path. But to declare who God is over all of those things and to feel that shift happen in our spirit, man, and in our hearts, because we know that God is over, you know, He's won the victory over Satan. I think we would all love to sing. We like to sing songs like that.
Right, definitely. And I hear that you wrote something like close to 50 songs for the album, and obviously it has 13. Yeah. How difficult is it to narrow it down to, I guess, the best songs?
Very difficult. Took a lot of us as a team to really kind of narrow it down. But I just wanted I wanted every song on the album to just be as congregational as possible, as simple as possible, so that the church as a whole would want to sing some of these newer songs.
Yeah, most definitely. In April, the album was the #1 most sold Christian album on the market. I mean, how does that kind of success feel?
It's really sweet. It's one thing to really dream and do what you're called to do, and it's another when people say, we recognize the gift on your life, and we honor what God's saying to you, and we want to hear what you're singing, and it's just an honor. Yeah. It's a huge honor.
Good, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And, you know, for those who don't know, Kari actually began worship leading at age 13, was it? I mean, how did that come about, and how's it going?
Well, my dad and my mom were in full-time ministry at our church, and my dad was a youth pastor, so I kind of had the inside, you know, way of getting into. I think on my 13th birthday was the day I could start singing on the youth worship team, and it was like, I am there. And I fell in love with the presence of God, though. We were in a church that we would spend hours on nights of worship just worshiping the Lord, and I fell in love with the fact that when we wait on His presence, He really comes to minister to us and to encourage us and to pour His Spirit out and to remind us who we are in Christ. So I fell in love with His presence. And so I just knew along the way in my journey in life, I wanted to do whatever would allow me to be in the presence of God the most.
And are you still at Gateway Church?
I am, yep.
How's that going?
I love Gateway. I've been there for 13 years. And it's just good to have local church. You know, it's fun to travel and do what I do, but it's always so good to go home and connect with everybody. And you know the stories of people that are worshiping and what their sacrifice of praise is. It's really just, it's just realistic, it's reality, and it's harder. Those of you that lead worship at church on the weekends, it's harder to do that than just doing these nights of worship where people come so expectant. You know, you're dealing with people who week in and week out are just exhausted and tired and doing life, and you're doing life with them when you're in local church.
Yeah, and your dedication is so incredible, and you continue to inspire a lot of people. Now stay tuned for a live performance of Forever.